The saga of the substandard fuel brought into the country may not end soon. Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NNPC, Mele Kyari, has apologized again for damages caused by the importation of substandard fuel into the country. Now, facing the House of Reps Committee on the downstream sector during a hearing, Kyari revealed that 5 vessels laden with next supplies were refused entry because they were coming from the same source. He revealed that if refineries in the country were functional, we would still need to import in order to augment the more than 18 million liters daily gasoline required for local use. Now, would culprits be brought to book? That's the question here, BC.
Well, just a continuation of what Babajide said the other time, that here the rich don't get punished, the influential don't get punished, and also when we talk about punishments, it's just on paper, in the media. We don't really get to the end of this matter. And in this particular case, why I'm thinking that nobody may be punished at the end of the day.
Also, it seems.
Well, it's because of the defense that the NNPC GMD had already made concerning the importation of that bad fuel in the first instance.
Yeah.
He has already told us that they do not test for methanol, which was the culprit in this case. And if he had told us that they do not test for methanol, then we should be asking ourselves that, what do you do if it is not part of the checklist? Who do you punish for not checking out for it in the first instance? So for me, we are just talking about the probe, the investigation, this and that. I don't know if there is any need for investigation here based on what the NNPC GMD has already told us. Because I ask, what are we investigating now? What are we investigating?
Meanwhile, the NNPC has the sole responsibility for determining
who brings the, and he has already told us that don't blame anybody, because that is the implication of that statement. Please don't blame anybody. Usually this fuel went through all the tests that it should have gone through, but unfortunately for us, we did not factor the fact that we could test for methanol. You know, which actually shows that there is a lot of problem in our system, because we don't even know how many things.
And anything is possible.
And anything is possible, because we don't really know how many things we do not check for and which are dangerous to us. You get it? Some people are saying that merely looking at the color of the fuel should at least send some kind of messages to the people in charge. Then it also shows us the sense of mind of the people that are actually in charge of our system.
All right.
How much are they? Look at the color. Look at the color. How do you see this? And you don't, whether you have the reason to check for methanol or not. You see something that is this color, and you know the usual color. So it means that they are we really sure that they are really checking? The absence of mind, the presence of mind, is it there?
You get so terribly upbeat when you say it appears anything can happen in this country, and nobody gets spanked for it.
Because a lot of our people, too, including journalists like you and I, simply listen to these people, wait to be fed with lies. We don't try to do any form of investigation of our own. And when some people go to great lengths to find out whether Nigerian officials were saying the truth, you then hear that, oh, he don't mind that Jide, he thinks that he knows everything, this and that. Look, and these days, there are so many things that you can find out on your own. Okay.
Yeah.
The Standard Organization of Nigeria and the DPR, they've set parameters for the quality control parameters that must be adhered to before any before PMS can be passed fit to be used. One of the conditions is that it must be very clear and very bright. This one that you are seeing failed that test. There is also what is called oxidation level.
Okay.
The sun oxidation level, oxidation stability level is 329 minutes. For this one, it is 329 minutes, but sun specification is 360 minutes. So you see that clearly it was in breach of the oxidation level.
That's it.
The level of methanol as an additive that can be used, can be tolerated in this contest is just between 2 to 3%. This particular product had 20% methanol level.
Yeah, in it.
Now, apart from that, there is also the density, the density level.
Yeah.
It also failed the test of density level. So if anyone just comes and tells us, oh, we didn't know that methanol was not the only issue for which this product was not good enough. It failed the test across board. It failed the test across board. So it's not just issue of methanol. They can easily hang on that methanol and say, oh, it's because of methanol. No.
Yeah.
Other testing parameters put in place. This particular PMS failed it. Now, it has told us that from the same port where petrol came from, that 5 vessels coming from that side, they had told them not to bet in Nigeria. But we were also told earlier by these practice liars that the reason that they had no reason to doubt these people because they had been trustworthy and they had been supplying us PMS for so long.
Over time.
Now you are saying, okay, 5 vessels coming from that port. We simply said, no, don't come into Nigeria because of what had happened. Anybody could bring in any type of product, but we've got to have systems in place, structures in place that look at what is brought in. And if it's not good enough, then you cannot sell to our marketers. But that's what we've done. How can anybody allow this to go to filling stations? This particular video, it was at a depot that we got it.
Obviously, pictures don't tell lies.
No, they do not.
So
how can anybody allow this?
The situation has been breached. Will anybody be punished?
The way they are lying all over the place, believing they can deceive everybody, you know that they are just trying to find a way to gloss over this matter. But anybody who can set his country back monetarily, the way these fellows have done, this has to be punished.
Look at that.
This has to be. This is the same country where a poor man steals a goat, and he goes to jail.
Or a telephone.
Or a telephone. It could even be lynched.
Even a tuber of yam.
Yes.
You could lose your life.
I mean, theft is theft.
All right.